Oh, God, O'Reilly was just on fire last night.
Oh, my God.
So, the YouTube girl. And this reinforced my notion that children are the future, which I previously have said. Yeah, I've gone on a limb to say it. And this little girl proved me right. She's, 6, 8? Something.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Anyway, she did an anti-O'Reilly rant on YouTube.
Yeah. It was cute.
It was very cute. So O'Reilly, it's only increased his psychotic anger at his paranoid delusions, this time about the rise of the machines.
We have been warning you that the rise of machines throughout the world has a potential for great good and terrible evil. We all know about child pornography on the internet, but there are other abuses of children on the net that are disturbing, to say the least. On one internet site, this little girl was posted saying vile things. We're not going to publicize the site or the adults behind it. We know who they are.
YouTube.
But you need to know what's going on.
So it's child pornography now.
Of all the things he's paranoid about every night, the rise of the machines.
Rise of the machines.
The machines coming to get me.
He thinks he's in a Terminator movie.
I just was thinking that would have been funny if someone green screened a Terminator with one eye blinking behind him. Bill. The Terminator reanimates out of the liquid molten. Here's the little girl.
So I was watching Oprah the other day, and that idiot, Bill O'Reilly, was on the show. He was taking the common view that violence today comes from kids, like me, playing video games and listening to rap music. Well, let me remind you that violence in society is nothing new, and violence in music is nothing new either. How about armored Christian soldiers and 10 little Indians, for example? In fact, religion has incited a hell of a lot more violence than rap music and video games. Religion has caused the genocide of nations and continues to. We've had gangs for centuries that did far worse things, like the KKK or the Nazis or the Republican Party, all killing innocent people in the name of religion. And what is it that O'Reilly would rather I do? Instead of listening to any RD and playing Soul Calibur, he would rather I go to church and be a goddamn Christian. Well, I will let you into a secret. You made me go to church and worship some fictitious god that interrupts my viewing of something far more educational and fact-based, like Family Guy or South Park. Then I probably would get medieval on someone's ass. The fact is, the way to stop children getting mixed up with gangs and violence is treating us like human beings. We don't need to be taught religion. We need to be taught empathy. And you grown-ups need to learn what that means.
Well, you know what? You rock on, my sister.
Sugar and spice. Everything nice. It ain't a man's
When Bill came back from that clip, was he that special shade of red and purple that he gets?
He was so angry. Oh, my God.
All right, Bill's response to that when we return on Right Wing World. 20 minutes after the hour, it's the Stephanie Miller Show.
It's not radio. It's Stephanie Miller.
Okay, O'Reilly on a tear over the little 6-year-old YouTube girl. Mm-hmm. Did he question whether she was man enough to come on the Factor?
He did not.
And take an ass whooping from him?
He did not.
Yeah, she's a little girl that was on the YouTube with an anti-O'Reilly rant, which was hilarious. So, of course, he has on a child advocate to ask if it's child abuse.
That's funny.
Oh, Bill, she just, like most of America, agrees that you're an idiot.
Is this child abuse?
You bet it is. There's no question that using a child as a tool to promote propaganda, political propaganda, about which the child understands nothing. I guarantee you a child of that age has no idea what she is saying. That is the ultimate inhumane treatment of a child.
The ultimate?
Oh, the ultimate.
There's nothing worse than that?
Just like not saying Merry Christmas at...
Oh, come on.
Are you just crazy?
You know,
Crate and Barrel is the ultimate fascism.
Yeah.
It's the worst kind of fascism. Not the kind where people get killed. but the kind where, you don't get a Merry Christmas.
Those parents are instilling their values into the child. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that.
You'd be surprised what 8-year-olds understand.
Yeah.
You would be surprised. Well, that's my demographic sweet spot. You know how many show up at my event singing,
You're a lying sack of crap.
The kids love it.
I'm sure she knows a whole lot more about computers than he does.
Nasty sack of liquid crap.
Somebody can fix my computer. Somebody got me an 8-year-old girl.
Oh, Lord. It's the worst kind of child abuse.
Come on. And thanks for playing Really Bad Analogy. Who is this nut job?
Oh, dear.
It's obviously this is troubling. Maybe social services could make a case, particularly if they investigated the parents, that these parents are simply not suitable to raise the child or responsible enough to do it.
He's calling social services on the parents. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Oh, my God.
Oh, Lord. You know what? She needs to be locked in some sort of facility where all she can read is Bill O'Reilly's newspaper column.
As you may know, I do a lot of complaining about the media here, maybe too much. But I do think you are not being served well right now by the press in general. However, hundreds of newspapers do carry my weekly column, and I'd like to thank them by giving them some publicity. We have listed the papers on BillO'Reilly.com, and I hope you check them out. And if your hometown paper is not listed, give the editor a call and ask why they don't carry the No Spin Zone column.
And
then email me with the response, and I'll read some of them on the air. We'll see if they're ridiculous.
Huh. Well, thank God that's not too self-serving. I see. Everything would be right with the world if only your paper carried Bill O'Reilly's column. Woo! All right, 28 minutes after the hour, back with more Right Wing World on the Stephanie Miller Show.